Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, so this is Sonu Nigam, Shreya Goshal, Salim Merchant, Chranda Pandit singing All Together Live.
Now, I don't know when you're gonna get to watch this, but we're in down this. I'm really interested on going down this kind of rabbit hole of collaborations all throughout the indie music industry, and Sonu Nigam and Shreya are like one of the most prominent from what you guys have told us. And if you're new to the Indian music industry like us, it seems from what everyone's telling us that this is one of like the most prominent collaborations that happened throughout all this decade from 2000 and kind of 10 to now, maybe even prior to that. Let us know. Do correct me if I'm wrong. So really interested in this, and certainly new names. So it fits perfectly
fun.
what the channel's about. So go on.
It's a heavily acoustic environment, so there's a live band and there's a ton of vocalists. So
Love it.
This is exactly what we look forward to the most.
Let's do it. She's attractive.
She's gorgeous. How fun!
Why does Sonu Nigam look like every protagonist from every single telenovela we had back home?
I don't know. I think
at
it
him.
was a look. I think it was just a look.
He
in
looks
the
like every.
moment.
What were their names? Like Carlos. No.
Well, it depends.
What's the
right?
one from
Pasión de Gavilanes.
What's his
I
name?
don't remember his name, you know. Let me check it out.
Juan Gabriel, something like
No,
that.
Juan Gabriel is definitely. He did not look like that. He
No,
never
I'm not
looked
saying.
like that.
I'm not saying that was Juan
either.
Gabriel. I'm saying that would be the name.
Juan Carlos Mendoza de la Patria. I don't know. They always had really ridiculous names. Wait.
But they were the coolest guys. They were like,
Pasión
long hair like that.
Gavilanes.
He's in decent shape, Sonu, it seems.
What should I say? Character names.
Say protagonist.
Character names.
Male lead. Just put male lead.
Franco Reyes.
Exactly.
Leandro Santos.
There you go.
You had stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Carlos. Carlos would be the guy that, I don't know,
That you didn't care about.
brings the
Carlos.
milk in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, Fernando Escallandón. Oh my God.
Wow. Go on. Yeah, so he looks like that. Like, he looks epic.
He did.
And for us Latinos, I don't know, for some reason, women love that shit.
It's the pinnacle look.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the look in 2005. I don't know now.
Still looks good, though.
Yeah. Sonu actually looks the same today.
Yeah, he's aged very well.
Yeah. What a voice as well.
Turn me up.
There's a lot of reverb that doesn't naturally help though. What a voice.
Sure, looks amazing as well.
Yeah. Wow.
What the hell is that guy playing?
Oh yes, sir.
This is like a proper like
When
gig.
did this come out?
Yeah, what is this? It's like such a private little kick. Like you get feedback and all that shit. Rap, raka, love. I don't know. Maybe it's really old. Maybe
don't
it
know,
looks
man.
kind of oldish.
It does look like it's like mid 2000s, like 2006, 2005 ish, around that era.
You think you'll be that old?
Pushing to 2009, I would think that's the like.
Hard to say, because Shreya, I don't think she's aged in the last 20 years.
Oh no, absolutely. That's why it's hard to judge. I don't really know,
But she's also very young now, though. I don't think she's old.
No,
she's
I don't
like
think she's-
below 30.
no, I think she's like 32. 33, 32. I don't know. I think I recall.
Do you know
reading
Usher's
something.
42?
What? No
Yeah,
way.
Usher, yeah.
Usher.
Yeah.
He's 42.
Yeah, and Rihanna's 33, 32.
Goodness
crazy, isn't it?
gracious.
So
I still remember them being like 19.
So I think
That's mad.
yeah, exactly. So I think the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like the magnitude of these guys is on the same level, like Shreya and but like Arijit, for example, and Sonu. And I think Arijit's probably next gen,
Yeah, he's definitely more recent.
but like
yeah, more
Sonu, so
contemporary.
they would be, I guess, in their mid-30s now,
Yeah,
pushing 40.
probably.
I would guess.
Yeah,
I wonder how old Sonu is.
Let's check it out. I really like the whole atmosphere though. You get this really cool, like, the sound engineering.
He's
is
48.
Sonu Nigam is 48.
Yeah, he doesn't look it. He actually looks the exact same right now. I kid you not. Look at this.
No, I know. Goodness. He is the same man that you were seeing in this video.
It was the exact same.
Wow, cool. Coolness. Anyways, my point was sound engineering in this specific performance, elite. Because they have like really pinnacle moments, like effects to turn on and off in the whole thing. Like, for example, in this last section that was a bit more percussive, like a bit more like a rapping section type of moment, you have this effect of like an autotune kind of thing, but it's not really autotune, but it has that edge, electronic edge to it.
Yeah, it would definitely be worth checking out I don't know if they have a studio version of this. I would imagine they do.
Probably.
It would be definitely worth checking that out next. It's just that for these next couple of videos, and do feel free. Actually, this is kind of like not a demand, but if you'd like to, do recommend us like the live versions of this, and we will still then check out the studio versions. The live versions are very intriguing to both of us. Obviously, given our interesting live performances overall, but also seeing the difference then into the studio. That's what made it so, I guess, satisfactory in seeing one of the biggest differences in the indie music industry when we checked out some of their songs first live, and then we saw them in the studio and we're like, holy moly, now we understand the huge interest in checking out the studio version. So do still feel free to recommend live performances, and we'll still check out the studio versions too.
What I find always intriguing is the fact that the studio versions are so unique to themselves that I always wonder how do they translate in a live performance. So either or. It's whichever way we end up discovering the songs.
Still do both.
It's always a wondrous adventure.
But if I'm completely honest, I like live better. Some of the studio versions are obviously amazing, but I mean, I like enjoying live music, just naturally. Personally, yeah. Like when I'm listening to music, I like listening to live stuff a lot of the time, especially of this pedigree of music, where these guys, I think they're actually not better live, but I think they're genuinely good enough and at the level where I can listen to them live just as much as I could listen to them in a studio. You see what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, one of them would be John Mayer. He's a good example of that. From India, like Shreya is one of them. It's like, I actually like some of those live sessions she does better than some of her studio music. Arijit's another one. Arman Malik, another one. So, yeah, feel free to actually, please recommend live stuff.
Absolutely. Ooh, you see what I mean about the sound engineering is so clever. It's very difficult.
What has happening there?
Yeah.
Remember, in at the beginning, he was asking to the sound engineering to give him more volume, more power.
I think it's from the monitors.
The effect he is carrying on in that moment, which is a delay and a reverb at the same time, with a repeat intensity so long, if you pull the volume up, you will have a return, a feedback that you're listening now.
Yeah, yeah, this is fantastic to watch. I know obviously sound quality, like, what the fuck. But in terms of live
environmental analysis,
it's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's what I want to see to a certain extent. Absolutely. Not all the time, but yes, go on.
Well, it highlights the vulnerability of live performing, and it also it makes you appreciate the greatness of when it actually does go well.
Yeah, dog, this is
Yeah.
interesting to watch for sure. I hope you find it interesting too.
Come on, turn it up. I also think the mix that we're getting is not what was happening in the place either.
Yeah,
so this is probably like a compressed version that was aired on television rather than the version that we got.
You think?
Yeah,
Go on.
definitely. Because the track's too high. That's one breath.
She has a beautiful face, I want. Yeah, it's like a proper private gig. It's like
it sounds like it looks like a press conference, one of those events
promotional.
Promotional for films. You know, when back home in Venezuela this used to be really popular, like press conferences, the opening night of a show were only for the press, and they looked really similar to this type of environment.
Yeah,
I think they're popular everywhere.
in Spain they do it very often as well.
US, they do it everywhere.
Yeah,
I think also most of these like premiere shows, like a premiere of something, they usually do have live performances. They just don't
Air
either
them,
televise them or record them or anything like that because it's like a private show.
Because it's like it's the first look of what's
like
about
executives
to be.
go there and
So
very
it's
wealthy
press
people.
is the press,
Yeah, so the press exactly.
press night. That's what they call it.
So it does have that vibe, like of,
It does.
it's very private, intimate type of gig.
But it's also like a celebration because it's the fact that you're a press night is already a
Oh,
success.
it's a joke, mate.
Yeah.
Go on.
They're having problems with her mic.
Oh, it stops.
Oh, okay.
Can
Well,
we?
sorry about that. That was the video. But yeah, it's great to see the whole environment and the adversities of these environments that provide naturally. Though I find that people forget that this is the way that things can naturally run as well. Given the fact that in live performances everything is so vulnerable.
Yeah, this is what world-class musicians. This is what it looks like in precarious situations and precarious scenarios, and this is their capability of adapting. And even sometimes these events like this, like they're not made for music. So it is. These are some of the shows where if anything's gonna go wrong or you might have weaker performances, this is where it's gonna happen, and you're kind of seeing them all at their most aware states. And like Sonu, lots of expertise, obviously communicating in the right moments and aware of feedbacks and everything. So these are certainly more like I guess that probably the right approach to this is more like seeing their adaptability, kind of similar to one of the videos we saw before this. It's like sometimes some of the best performances happen in the most precarious of scenarios.
That's right.
And it's just because they're experiencing moments like this in places where perhaps the sound isn't the best, they're able then to find and problem solve. And at the end of the day, that's when you get to a specific level, that's what makes the best, their ability to solve problems under pressure. So
it makes you appreciate them not only for their vocal versatility and adaptability in the moment, but because of the fact of being able to deliver under such pressures. Because I think the vocal performances in this specific video were absolutely elite.
I'd love to see the studio version. I don't know if there's one. I'd imagine there is. But yeah, let us know, please. Drop it down below and we'll absolutely check that out, the studio version of this. I'm very intrigued now. Very, very intrigued. Go on.